Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Privet, bonjour, guten tag, hola, and ciao to my foreign friends. And today we're going to be talking about this knife right here, an iconic knife. It is a buck, as you can see. And this is a large Stockman from Buck, and it is a fairly new knife. It's a used knife, but it's fairly new. This knife dates to 2016. And let me just, it's 4 inches total length. Let me just show you the comparison between a copper lock, that's a case copper lock, and then show it to you in a case trapper. And so that's how they compare. And these are really nice knives. I've I don't know. I just kind of like buck knives. I don't have a huge collection of them. I more or less have examples of their different models, but I've always liked them. So the pull is really light on this one, and it's typically light on most bucks. Usually I'd like to say that bucks are, the pull is kind of right in the middle, right around a 5. I think this is a little lighter, maybe because it was hard used. Traditional Stockman, you've got your sheep's foot blade there. Nice sheep's foot blade. These are hollow ground blades. They're really sharp. And that is your spay blade. Nice. You can come up on them right here. You have enough to get your finger on there for good detail work. But look how thick this knife is. And so I wanted to show you that. Let's see. So if we take that there and we open up that case again, we're going to look at, this is a case trapper, and that stock on the buck is thicker. So this is a big heavy duty knife, and the stock on this is bigger. It's, the blade's not as long, but it's thicker stock there. And then you have a nice this is a flat grind. This is a Scandi grind on here. Well, not really a Scandi grind, let's just say a hollow grind. And you can see the guy is sharpened this. I can fix all of this, by the way. I won't have any problem fixing that. But I've not cleaned this knife up. And let's see. Looking down inside there, you can see this shield, how the shield was put on. Buck uses that little pin and tab process. So you have pins on the scales, and you have tabs on the liners, and they just kind of all press together. Is how they do that. I don't know whether they glue them too. I don't know, but it is pinned and tabbed construction. You can see down in there. I haven't cleaned it up. It's a brushed stainless throughout. So the bolsters are brushed stainless. The back spring is brushed stainless. You can see there's no liners on here, and there's no dividers on this at all. But the other thing you can notice on this is well, I guess you can't say that. So this is a divider right here. It's really strange. The divider is just as thick as the back springs on this knife. Yeah, I think I was wrong there. So yeah, it has liners, and then it has a really thick divider on it too. I think they probably did that for spacing so that they don't have to worry about the blades rubbing. Another thing about this knife is it is USA produced. And today is 2023. This knife was produced in 2016. I don't know. I've seen some of their new knives produced in China. So Buck used to say that they were only producing their new modern folders in China, and I don't know. I think they're producing some of their pocket knives in China too now, maybe all of them. I don't know. I don't want to say that because I'm not really sure, but maybe one of you guys can make a comment on it. If you ever wondered about Buck's shield, that's a hammer. There's a Buck fixed blade right there, and that little thing on the bottom is a nail. And when Buck was first starting out, he would go around to hardware stores and try to talk them into selling his knives. And that's what he did. He put a nail on the counter, took his fixed blade, and banged a hammer, banged that fixed blade through the nail. And that sold the knife. And so, the guy at the store was like, okay, if it could do that and still cut, I'll sell it. And that's how Buck started out. And that's why you have that on their knives, on their older knives especially, is that's the way he sold people on his knives. And they actually could do that. That has to do with his heat treat. So Al Buck had a really good heat treat that made his blades really hard. And it, of course, makes for a hard edge. So anyhow, I hope you enjoy the video. I like this knife. I think Buck knives are good knives. And anyhow, that's all I got to say about that. So if you'd like to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And I appreciate all the things you guys do, the likes, the comments. It all helps out the algorithms. And I'm really trying to get into the mainstream where these videos pop up and people can appreciate the good content that I provide. So thanks again.